If you want to check your battery, you can just push once. Once it's charged, you're going to push it for like 3 seconds, and it's going to give you this screen. Since this one is highlighted, we'll go to the camera.
So when you're in the screen, if you see green on each one of the axes, then you're good. But if you see yellow or red, you definitely should be recalibrating it and make sure that it's balanced, because it's going to cause wear and tear on your gimbal. Green is good, yellow and red not so good, but red definitely. See what you can do to rebalance if you see red.
If you put it on a level surface and you hit start calibrate, I'll tip it up so you can see. So what you're seeing here now is it's going through its motion, and you'll hear like a grinding sound. So then it's 100% and it will tell you it's okay. This here is the stiffness, and that you can set the stiffness of your each axis. It depends on what you're using it for. If you're in a lot of action, if you're just using it for nice footage, vlogging, stuff like that, you may want to fiddle around with these things. The stiffness, it kind of tightens up each axis. So if you got I can see if you had a heavy camera, you might want to tighten up your stiffness just because the camera is heavy. Here is where you're going to be spending most of your time. I usually always, for most of what I'm doing, is pan follow, which is PF. And that is, it will just follow right and left. The horizon will stay the same, everything will stay the same, and you're just going to follow, like I said, right and left. It's nice for if you're trying to get a arc shot around a subject. It gives you that nice smooth follow, but yet you don't have to worry about it tilting up and down.
This is pan follow.
Pan, tilt, follow, that's the same thing, only you got the tilt up and down and axes.
I can also do this. You see at a camera now, it's pointing down, up, go up. When I go like that, there is no roll.
It's going to do that. If you go down, it's going to point down. So, if you go across and up, go through both axes. First person view, that's all 3 axes will be engaged.
First person view, if I go down, goes down, goes up, goes up. If I turn, turns. But just watch. If I go on an angle, you see, now the camera, it's got to roll.
You can custom, you can turn on or off whatever axes. It's convenient if you just quickly want to just have one and not the others. You can scroll there and just do it. The 3D roll, it will automatically put your camera, the gimbal, in flashlight mode. The joystick, you can do a 360.
See how it goes up? And this is your flashlight mode. Okay, now I got control, right, of the camera. So if I'm walking towards my subject, I can now, I got it set to slow.
Or you could back up. And this will remember the last settings. So now you do get one, you get three. You get three memory settings. Follow speed. I have it set to medium. You can customize it. You can set it to slow or fast. And what that is when you're moving with your gimbal, how fast it's going to track you, follow you. It's all depends on how fast. If you got it really fast, as soon as you move, it's just going to be there right away. And sometimes that's not necessarily what you're looking for in your footage. You can scroll up. You got joystick. I got that set on medium, and that's just right here on the gimbal itself. The dial function is the button back here, the dial. I have that set, as you see here, to Bluetooth zoom, right? Because I like to have control of the zoom button, the ISO and everything. I kind of set that when on the camera and just leave it. So that's that one. Joystick smoothness. That's where when you're moving around the joystick here, when it starts and stops, sometimes you want that smoother. It starts off a little slow and then goes, and then when it stops, it kind of slows down and gives you a better footage, smoother footage. The dial speed I got set on 30. The dial smoothness is 6. I think because I'm using it for zoom, I really don't need it. I'm going to go to 5, and that should be plenty. And if you scroll down, you got Bluetooth, and you want to set that up. So you turn the Bluetooth on your camera, and
So you set the Bluetooth on the gimbal, and when you got your app downloaded, you can control your gimbal and everything with your app.
You can lock your gimbal. You can take off the sound of every time you hit something. And these are settings. You can disable selfie. Now selfie with this gimbal, if you hit 3 times the triggers on the back, it will twist around and go into selfie mode. So you can turn that off if you want, and the orbit follow as well. Push mode, you can enable that, and you can force your camera to whatever setting you want, and you won't be hurting your motors. If you just hit that, you can turn on and off. Gimbal auto check is nice. If you can restore parameters, if you're having problems, gimbal parameters, restore, gimbal auto lock, and you can auto check. We went through pretty much everything here. This is the last screen. If you scroll up, joystick speed. It's when you move this joystick here or on your phone, but I think the phone you can adjust it on the phone itself too for the app. But if you want to move this joystick, I have mine set on medium, but it depends on the situation that you're filming. You will choose how fast you want that joystick to respond when you're moving it. Joystick Smoothness, I got it on 15. It's slower, but it starts and stops not abruptly. It kind of eases in there, and it gives you a little better footage if you're stationary or not moving very fast. A lot of these things are common sense. The toggle on the back, the wheel, you can set, what you got, if your camera is compatible, Bluetooth, or if you hook it up by the cable, you can control your ISO, aperture, and stuff. I have it set for Bluetooth zoom, and that's how I want it. You can hit the dial of speed, how fast it's going to zoom in and zoom out. It's actually just a little too fast for me. I've been meaning to change that, so I'm going to go 30. And you can have reverse dial. So that's pretty much everything on this gimbal. Pretty self-explanatory once you know what you're looking at. You can put the gimbal to sleep by hitting the power button once, and it will go to sleep. And then you can hit it once and bring it back. If you hit the trigger twice, it will come back to center. It was already on center, so you didn't see no movement. You can hit the hand button, and you can go through the memory settings that you have. If you push and hold, double tap the trigger. So now it's in sport mode. So when I turn this gimbal, it's like really fast. But like I said, you get that quickness. Sometimes that's not the shot that you're looking for, right? And if you push and double tap, then it's off. That's about all of the controls on this thing. You got your record, stop, and record, and you got to be in picture mode in order for I think you push and hold the power the record button. I haven't done any pictures with it, but yeah. So that's pretty much your screen for your gimbal. I'm going to turn it off. You can tell when you notice, you didn't probably see it, but it just stayed level. It didn't move or anything when I turned it off. That's a good indication that everything is balanced, because if this was tilted just a little bit, let's see if it will work. If this was off a little bit, it would all fold in on itself. So yeah.